Today's video is brought to you by Wizards of the Coast. They were lovely enough to send out and sponsor a video where I open up some Ravnica Remastered draft and collector boosters. Ravnica is the plane at the centre of the multiverse and one of the most beloved, fan favourite and return to planes in all of Magic. We originally landed on Ravnica as a set in 2005. I'm incredibly nostalgic for that period of Magic and the second return, with the return to Ravnica in like 2012. Wowza, 7 years between them. Ravnica Remastered is the original Ravnica block, it's the return to Ravnica block, and it's the Ravnica Allegiance Guilds of Ravnica block as well. All three of the big blocks all smashed together to create a custom limited environment, or like unique limited environment, with reprints of exciting cards, some of them upshifted to rarities they shouldn't be upshifted to if I'm honest, but with new arts on some of them as well. Some of the cards with new arts, some of them having multiple versions, old frame, Shocklands for example, and anime arts. It's quite an exciting product. My nostalgia is incredibly strong. The original Ravnica block was the set and the time that I played a lot of Magic in college with my hometown friends. College, for the Americans watching by the way, is like your upper end of high school. It's not university. That's different. My friends would never block my infectious host from my Golgari precon because they never wanted the 2 life loss. So instead they just took 1 damage every turn from these essentially unblockable zombies that are terrible. Fast forward to being in university and I'm playing in Return to Ravnica because I come back to Magic. That was the standard that I fell in love with. Sphinx's Revelation was a card that I could not get enough of. So in short, I'm a sucker. Let's open up some Ravnica Remastered. Thanks to Wizards for sponsoring this video. We're going to start with one collector, do all the draft, then come back to the collector, just to tantalise and titillate those of you at home. I've opened none of this up until now. I'm very excited for it. Let's open up a pack. We've got a foil Goblin token, and then we've got a foil Legion Warboss at the front there. I'm not sure if that's because all the rares are at the front. Let's go to the back. Bulwark Giant, Compulsive Research, an absolute classic. People at home, take note of how many times I say the word classic in this video. If you want to count and put it in the comments, that'd be really funny. I was thinking about doing it for the video, but it's a time-consuming exercise to edit it all in. Maybe it's the first video back in the new year, and that's why I'm so, I don't know, constricted and tight in my language. I was watching this back and I was feeling embarrassed as if I had to buy myself a thesaurus. How many times I say the bloody word classic? Most of the cards are classics in my defense, but yeah, some synonyms would have been nice. Classic, Forced Landing, we've got Silhana Ledgewalker, which was a Pauper staple for the longest time. We've got Rhythm of the Wilds foil, card that I made multiple videos about in the past. That's the great thing about these retro nostalgia sets, is that I've been making Magic content and playing Magic for so long now that a lot of this stuff has appeared on the channel. Angelic Exaltation, Farseek, absolutely classic. You can grab anything but a forest, which when you got Shocklands involved is all of them. Golgari Guildgate, thought it was an Evergreen Tomb then, but it wasn't. Golgari Guildgate in Old Border, that's pretty sexy. That allows you to play like a Dragon's Maze decks in it with all Old Border, I'd imagine by now. It's interesting that these packs come with like primarily all foils, but there's a slot where you can get non-foil Old Border. We've got a Frill Domestic in the Old Border that I don't like as much. I don't think the gold cards really strike as well as the lands do. Ultimate Price Old Border Foil. Oh, that is sexy. Let's put that down and have a look at that. Look at that. It's the old bubbly black border from, you know, my childhood. Ultimate Price was a really powerful card in its standard as well. It killed monocolored creatures, so it was going to mono blue and mono black devotion. It couldn't kill Mutavolt during its time in standard, famously. So you play a split of this and Doomblade in your Esper control deck. Response Resurgence, a classic but not exactly exciting card. That I guess that's one of those cards. I say classic. I mean, it's a classic card that you opened from a pack and weren't very excited about. Golgari Grave Troll, banned in Modern. Huge powerhouse of dredge decks of old. One of the most powerful dredge cards ever printed because it's dredge 6. It's the highest dredge number ever. I say one of the most powerful because obviously we know that Hogak is just as good as a Golgari Grave Troll. Film of the Lost in anime. I really like the anime stuff for like Ravnica Remastered. It feels like we're seeing like a familiar plane through a different lens and a different aesthetic. And in some ways it teases me because I really, really wish we got a Magic anime at some point. Because just look at how wonderful this art is. And then Legion Warboss, which I play in Legacy. I play 6 to 8 copies of Rabble in Mono Red Prison. Rabble Master being the absolute fave, but he's not in this set. Warboss being Rebel Master, Diet Rebel Master, but still good enough to see playing Legacy alongside Rebel Master. Not a single Shockland in our first collector booster, which is pretty interesting. Right, let's get on with the draft boosties. So, only two types of booster in this set. The ones you draft with and the collector ones for collectors. No set boosters. There's only two booster products. I don't know if I'll be drafting this much. I really hope I will be, but the price is a little bit high on it. We won't go into too much in this video for obvious reasons, but it does mean that like my local store might not be able to get drafts to fire, which is really sad because I really want to draft this environment. So loads of classic commons here with compulsive research experiment, one in the uncommon slot. Part of the evolution deck. Golgari Guildmage, that pre-con with the infectious host that I mentioned. Played this. What a magic card. Cartel Aristocrat, far more powerful than Guildmage. A big player in the Aristocrats deck in standard. Seal of the Guild Pact as a rare. I'm not going to pretend that's exciting because it's not. Old Border Rakdos Guildgate. New Border Guildgate. And a sapling token. No Shockland there. And a whiff of a rare in that pack. But not every pack is golden, as my father used to say. I don't know why he used to say that because he didn't collect cards at all. Really crazy. Greater Mossdog, another card from that classic pre-con deck that I was playing, the Golgari one. Rising Populace, Burning Prophet, Demolish. There's even cards that's from War of the Spark, if I remember correctly. Footlight Fiend, remember drafting a hell of a lot of that. Fresh-Faced Recruit as well. To Arms, Urbis Protector, Lazav the Multifarious, a commander that I quite like. A very unique copy ability there. Old school Cloudfin Raptor, with new art, by the way. That is not the classic Cloudfin Raptor art. And a Gruul Signet in the back there. I think the draft boosters have like a fixing slot, essentially. So we have like a slot where we'll get Guild Gates or Signets, or perhaps Clue Stones if they're in the set, which basically allows you to draft your multicolored decks. Remember, Ravnica is the color of is the set of guilds. So there's two color pairings where all the guild names come from. If you've heard the names of Golgari or Boros or Rakdos, it all comes from this period of Magic. Love Last Cast. That's an art I haven't seen in a long time. It reminds you of like Mr. Sinister from X-Men. It's got a very like 90s comic book vibe to that. I'm not going to name every common or uncommon. It'll wear out my already tired voice. But Shadow Alley Denizen, when another black creature does battle under your control, target creature gains Intimidate. I remember losing to that in Limited quite a bit. There's another. Maybe it wasn't that I lost to. I know Tin Street's pretty good. The red one was pretty good in Limited and Constructed. Rhythm of the Wild, good uncommon again. Demon Fire, nah. Oi! Old Border Stomping Ground. That's what we want. We want back-to-back, wall-to-wall Shocklands if we can. Azorius Guildgate. Put my Shocklands over here. And a Sapling token. So, good pack. Good pack. That's the classic conundrum when it comes to Magic the Gathering, is that the lands seem unexciting to a new player, but they're the best thing you can open as an experienced player, because every deck needs lands. Well, except for No Land Spire, I guess. Goblin Electromancer, staple in Storm in Modern for the longest time. Cube staple 2. Gruul Guildmage. I love all the Guildmages. All the recallable spell abilities on them make them great and limited. Tajik, Legion's Edge is a rare. Faith's Fetters and Old Borders, pretty dope. I like that. Golgari Signet and a Spirit token. I love Faith's Fetters. It's one of my... Is it my favourite O-Ring effect? No, Leyland's Binding's taken over with that because Leyland's Binding's so effective. I guess actually Fiend Hunter and Banisher Priest are probably my favourite O-Ring effects, other than classic O-Ring. Simply because I play them in D&T from time to time. Lots of nice commons. I say, by nice commons, I mean just nostalgia commons. Morning Thrall, for example, with Haunt, right? Does it have Haunt? No, it doesn't have Haunt. Not the right set. What set was that? Who knows? Conclave Cavalier, Golgari Thug, another powerful dredge card. Sees play still in dredge decks. True Fire Captain. Mind Leech Mass. Not a fan of the old border here on the card. But trample whenever Mind Leech Mass deals combat damage to a player. You may look at that player's hand. If you do, you may cast a spell among those cards without paying its mana cost. This card is 8 mana for a 6/6, and it has trample, so it has some form of evasion. But I was trying to play this card in Commander back in like 2008, 2009, when Commander first started getting played by people locally. I'm well ahead of the precons. I tried to play decks that could play other people's stuff. This, Rexial of Risen Deep, Mind Leech Mass is a classic, and a Breeding Pool in foil. I'll take that with a classic original art, and most importantly, a gorgeous guild stamp there. I wonder if the old border foils have the guild stamp. Hopefully we'll find out soon. And a Simic Guildgate. So we're 2 Shocklands in. And I opened an old border version of a card that I want to play in Commander today, but at 8 mana, it's just not good enough. Guess it's okay at low power tables. I might play it with like the more casual crowd at my local store that don't play the high powered decks. Skewer the Critics, still sees it to play now. Judges Familiar, D&T and Mono Blue Devotion card over the years at some point or another. And then we've got Gutter Snipe, incredibly powerful uncommon. I've played plenty of Gutter Snipe in my time. Borborygmos the Enraged. Famously not named by Pithing Needle in an exchange that got the rules changed around how Pithing Needle works. Pithing Needle should be in the set as well, as it's a Ravnica. Ores of Gilgate, and Is It Gilgate, and an Angel Token. Yeah, Borborygmos Enraged has its like footnote in the history of Magic for someone naming Borborygmos, but accidentally naming the original Borborygmos from Ravnica, original block, and not Borborygmos Enraged, the RTR block one, and thus dying to a Goyo's Vengeance deck that was using Borborygmos the Enraged to combo kill them. Coiling Oracle, classic Value Town blue-green creature. Bloodfray Giant, Skullcrack, another classic. The set is packed full of like the greatest hits of Magic. Dominaria Remastered was exciting. It had Force of Will and similar in it, but it's not really the times in Magic that I'm nostalgic for. This is the stuff that I'm more nostalgic for all different points in my Magic career, as a player and as a content creator. Skullcrack was a classic in these Sphinx's Red vs. Burn matchup back in the day. Azorius Justicar, Hello Fountain, Old Border, let's go! Gruul Signet and Foil, I'll take that, and a Dimir Gilgate. So we're on 3 Shocklands. What do I want to open that's not a Shockland? Psych Rift, Guardian Project, then the Mythics that probably shouldn't be Mythics, but they're still exciting opens nonetheless. Faith's Fetters again, good shit. Act of Treason, Utopia Sprawl, I guess some money uncommon, a couple of dollars there, playable in Ponza and other ramp strategies in multiple formats. Condemn, classic but not really playable anymore. Sphinx of Duprav, Expansion Explosion. I think this still sees some play in like Historic or Alchemy or something. I'm sure I've played against someone who combo killed me with this recently. Muddle the Mixture, Old Border, transmutable 2-drop for your counterspell and a transmutation card for EDH, and an Is It Signet. That's a pretty cool pack. It'd be cool if it had a Shockland in addition to all this stuff. If you're wondering what my logic is on how I'm stacking the piles, there is almost no logic. Logic is for losers. I don't know why I started pulling from the back there. We got a Blood Rush card. I've died a lot to that in my time. Coiling Oracle, Value Town. Mausoleum Turnkey. That as a kid, I always thought was Mausoleum Turkey. I don't know why. Light Up the Stage. Played that this morning in Historic Brawl. That's this War of the Spark, one of the zombie cats. It's funny seeing War of the Spark get in here because like these zombie cats are formatting cat, I guess. So that's a bit weird. Lord of the Void, a mythic. Not very exciting mythic. It was also a bit of a whiff back in the day when you opened the Lord of the Void as well. Exile top 7 cards of the player's library when you hit them, and then put a creature card among them onto the battlefield under your control. It goes in the same deck as Mind Leak's Mass for just like stealing people's stuff. Something that I probably will end up building. Condemn and a Gilgate. Condemn an Old Border though, which is pretty cool. Yeah, I don't know who my commander will be. Maybe, does Lazav allow you to copy other people's stuff? Let's have a look. Am I building Lazav finally? Comes a copy of target creature card in your graveyard. No, not Lazav. Not Lazav. Probably Rexiel again. I played Rexiel many a time. I think I played on Commander Clash before. Keymaster Rogue, Sprouting Renewal. Common. Balustrade Spy. Absolutely incredibly powerful effect. That is part of some Glass Cannon combo decks in old formats. Persistent Petitioners, because you can put any number of them in your mill deck. Shark to Crab, classic. Putrefy. I say classic. Shark to Crab is funny. It's not really classic. It feels new to me, even though it's probably like 5 years old at this point. This is classic. Again, my Golgari pre-com from 2005 would have had that in it. Dreadball, recently power crept out of Magic, I think, with the Terminal Molten Collapse or whatever it was called. But an Old Board Dreadball is pretty sweet. Old Board Costel, easy for you to say, is pretty sweet as well. And a Band Together and a Hallowed Fountain. That was a sweet pack. Like a playable cube card in Old Border, a Dreadball, Domri Raid emblem, and a Hallowed Fountain. Is that the best draft pack I've ever opened in my life? I guess if the Hallowed Fountain was foil, it would have been. Because I'm sure I've opened ones with like foils and rares too. Get rid of those commons, Calling Oracle, good shit. Dimir Guildmage, Tower Player discards a card, Tower Player draws a card at Sorcery Speed. Sky Hussar, I played that in a Battle of Wits deck once. I was building a Battle of Wits deck to take F&M and I chickened out at the last minute. Kaya Orzhov Usurper, I thought this was a mythic when it got printed. Interesting. Still, very good card. I played this in D&T in the past as well. A Goblin Electromancer, downsize, and an Azorius Signet. Goblin Electromancer in Old Border, though, is pretty sweet. So Domri Raid is in here, which is funny, because isn't Domri Raid dead? I guess it's a good place to put your dead characters, right? Does Dak Faden get a card in this set because he got stabbed to death during the trailer for War of the Spark? Probably not, no. Gutter Snipe again, Rakdos Guildmage, Worm, Cleaver. Was this rare before? No, I don't think so. Mind Leads Match again. Golgari Guildgate, Foil Messenger, and that's Dimir Signet. Nothing too exciting there. So we're currently, our draft boosters, we're on 4 Shocklands and a Mythic. Oh, they put it in! Oh, please, please, people comment down below with whatever fart noise you can make with your keyboard. Helium Squirter, one of the most powerful and evocative image and name combos you've ever seen. Look at the sphincter on that bad boy. Oh, let's put that in the rare pile. Love me a Helium Squirter. I need to put that in the mini cube, in the party box, if you will. What's next? What's next? What we got? Lazav the Multifarious in Old Border. Golgari Guildgate and a Soldier Token. Okay, getting duplicates of stuff we've already opened is good if those things are exciting. And Lazav is only exciting and is one of that I might play. I don't need more copies of him. He's definitely not a 4 for like old formats. Life from the Loam isn't something to pretty decent too. Life from the Loam, solid rare. Vindictive Vampire. Whenever another creature you control dies, Vindictive Vampire does 1 damage to each opponent and you gain 1 life. It's a 4-mana Blood Artist. Not great. Got Rakdos Guildgate and a Spirit. It's a 4 Guildgate though. For those of you that are that way inclined, that you get excited about guild gates. More commons. There's literally dozens of you out there who like guild gates, right? Lightning Helix, that is a true sanctified banger of a Magic card. Rakdos Pit Dragon. I believe this used to be one of the win con for Dragon Stompy or Red Prison and Legacy. That's why it's called Dragon Stompy. So again, certified classic. I think this was a rare. Loaming Shaman, seen quite a bit of play. Another Seal of the Guild pack, but we got Blood Crypt. Blood Crypt saved that pack. Bloody Seal of the Guild pack, am I right? Jesus wept. Okay, I'm loving this. Getting a load of Shocklands and Fetchlands are always feel good to open. They always feel good to open. Even though price crashes, they'll always feel good to open. I love me a Scarlet Legionnaire Unlimited. Flying Hasting 2/2 for 3 mana. What more could you want? Well, maybe a Crackling Drake. It's an X4, draw a card on ETB, flying, and its power and toughness equal to Instants and Sorcery in your graveyard. Oh, good, powerful stuff. Nico Bolas from War of the Spark. Is it Guildgate? It's another Mythic. What a sick Planeswalker. Has all the abilities of all Planeswalkers on the battlefield, including your opponents. What an incredibly fun Planeswalker to play with. Right, we're coming to the last 2 draft boosters, and then we're going to finish off the collector. Find Finality. That's a Wrath Unlimited, right? Yeah, the -4/-4 to your opponent's stuff. Selesnya Guildgate and a Sacred Foundry. I'll take that. Any pack with a Shotgun is good. Old Border Guildgate is good. I'll take all of that good stuff. We should do bundles for this. I'd love to get a Ravnica Remastered bundle box. I don't know. I like boxes. I'm a weirdo. Tolsimir Wolfblood, Old Border Putrefy, Old Border Foil Guildgate, no sets, also I'm looking for Guild Watermark, but it has got the swoosh star, Dimir Signet. It's quite sexy. I love Old Border Foil lands, I really do. That is a sexy Guildgate. Okay, let's frothing at the gash over Guildgates, and now we're on to collector boosties. 15 cards of premium stuff. I would love to open me an Cyclonic Rift. Notice in the draft boosters, we opened no animes, right? Fibblethip was in the collector booster at the beginning. Tell me in the comment section below if I'm remembering that wrong. Okay, Elf Knight token with a beast on the back. There's a foiled Old Border Pithing Needle. That is sexy. That is a gorgeous needle. That might be my favourite looking needle I've ever seen. Okay, that's going to go in some sideboard of some deck somewhere. So here's our commons. Nothing exciting in foil, I don't think. There'll be a couple of good ones. True Fire Captain's boring. Crackling Drake, playable and standard in its day. Oh, I just dropped everything like an absolute moron. Dimir Signet. Clarfin up to Old Border again. Dimir Guildgate Old Border. Foil Goblin Electromancer Old Border. Again, it's quite sexy, but it doesn't pop like the land or the artifact ones do, in my opinion. Thrash and Threat. I don't even remember this card. It makes the beast that we just opened, I guess. Cool, yeah, sure, whatever. Khan's Bastion Old Border. That's pretty sweet. I'll take it. I'll take it. And then we got Steam Vents Extended Border. Look at that bad boy. That's going right in my Niv Mizzet, my new commander deck that I'm building. The original Firemind. Not with any of the arts from this set, though. With I'll show you in a future video. Like I commissioned an artist. We got that foil Pithy Needle, which is just gorgeous. Okay, pretty good pack. We've got a Shockland, and we've got a classic artifact frame in foil. From the back, Faith's Fetters. Good common. Stab Wound, love that card unlimited. Got a Snipe, love that card. Silhana Ledgewalker again in Old Border. Perilous Forays in Old Border. Dimir Houseguard Old Border foil. Would you look at the foiling on that? That is a pretty magic card. And it's got Transmute, which makes it good because you can get 4 drops with it. Ralzaric foil Planeswalker. This was like a 50-cent Planeswalker for the longest time. I don't think he's worth anything, but I'm not going to complain about a foil mythic. Then we've got Niv Mizzet Reborn Mythic with the Old Border. This was the 4th Niv Mizzet. There's a 5th one in Aftermath. There's 3 blue-red ones. This one, there's one in Aftermath. I think there's a new one now. So we're getting like a 7th Niv Mizzet. I think it is in the Carl of Mana. Niv Mizzet Reborn. Cryptghast Anime. Whew. That's going to be the best hit I've got so far. Absolute commander staple. Whenever you tap a swamp, add extra black for it. So good. Oh, and Krenko Mob Boss Anime Foily. Yeah, let's go. So I've got Perforos / Krenko as a commander deck built. So this will be going into that deck as the Krenko in that deck. Or he might even end up being the commander. He's very anime, that boy. Look at him. He's gorgeous. Okay, 3 more packs to go. No Shockland there, but I'll take several mythics. 2 animes, 1 a commander staple, the other one a commander staple, but not Krenko's not quite the excitement that Cryptghast is. I guess he is, but he doesn't carry the price tag. Foil Helium Squirter, let's go. Put that in the rare pile. Lightning Helix and foil, let's put that over there so I don't lose that. Night Veil Predator. Foil Celestial Signet, let's put that in the pile of stuff that I'll use at some point. Drift of Phantasms, yeah buddy. We'll put that there. Old Border. Dark Blast Old Border. Azorius Gilgot Old Border foil. Kind of sexy. Film for the Lost in foil. Sure. Huh. Blind Obedience Old Border. Nice. I play that card in multiple decks. Oh, Anime Domri Raid. Looking like a snack. Look at that lad. It looks like he's kicking that pig in the head, but I assume he's meant to be riding it. That's pretty dope. Big fan. Huh. Underneath, we've got a foil Old Border Temple Garden. Oh, look at that. That is fucking sexy. I play Temple Garden in so many decks. It's probably my most played Shockland in the history of me playing Shocklands. Oh, gorgeous. Okay. That is, it's making my mouth water. It's making my nipples tingle. That's how much I'm into the Old Border foiling lands. Like I said, the lands and the artifacts just hit different. They look like literally classic. So some commons, uncommons. Wasteland Viper, Guildgate, Faith's Fetters Old Border, Putrefy Old Border, Cloudwind Raptor Old Border foil, okay. Cindivines, yeah, I guess it's a magic card. It's useful as a stacks piece. Stitch in Time Old Border, that's kind of fun. Flip a coin if you win, take an extra turn off this one. Sorcery. Ooh, Extended Border Watery Grave. Packs a win. Life from the Loam Old Border foil. Gorgeous. The green's a bit dark, if I'm completely honest. I don't know if that comes out on camera. Like this, is that the last of the pack? Yeah. Compare this to this. Like this blue really pops. The green's a little bit dark by comparison. Old Border foils are so good. It's only the rainbow ones, the multicolored ones, the Gilded ones that don't pop as much. Monocolor and then land and artifact definitely do. Last pack, comment section. Judge Phantasm in foil. I pulled 2 there. Rakdos Guildgate and an old non-foil Gruul Guildgate. Condemn an Old Border. Terramander. Yeah, from the Mono Blue Shitters deck in old school foil. Warrant Warden. Mizzet Perun old border. I wish it was foil, so I can go with my new Niv deck. Not the Commander. I'm playing Firemind in my new Niv deck. Protein Hulk anime. Look at that bad boy. Eggs and ham on his back. What a classic Commander card that is. Banned for the longest time. I remember buying 4 copies off eBay for like £1 each, way before its unbanning. And then an old border foil Pariah Shield. 5 mana. All damage that dealt to use, dealt to a quick creature instead. Kind of interesting, because Pariah Shield is something that people have been telling me to play alongside Stuffy Doll, because I play a lot of Stuffy Doll over the years, but I never have. So quite a cool card to end out on. So across all those boosters, we did end up with 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 Shocklands of varying descriptions. It's so weird that they all look so different in my hand, simply because, well, there's like 3 different frame treatments in this set. There is the extended border, or anime on non-Shocklands. As you can see there, it shows a rebuilding. This is some old art from MTGO that they repurposed for this set that never got into paper before this. So it often shows the rebuilding after, I think it's after War of the Spark, but it also fits right now for the after the Aftermath invasion of the Phyrexians as well. The old borders are using the old art from Ravnica block. So there's the original Temple Garden, original Hallow Fountain, original Stomping Grounds, original Breeding Pool. Oh, even the non-old borders are using the old arts too. As you can see there's the Hallowed Fountain art's the same across old border and new border. I really do wish, as exciting as it is to open old border, I do wish that the old arts would remain like sacred in a way. Like, they don't need to reprint the old arts anymore. They could just reprint Shocklands and Fetchlands with new art, and that keeps the old ones being a collectible item. Either way, that was me opening, thanks to being sent some and sponsored by Wizards of the Coast, some Ravnica Remastered. A set that I think looks pretty dope to draft. I wish it was a bit cheaper so we can get those drafts on the go. But besides that, those are some pretty exciting packs to open. Got a lot of stuff there that's going to get jammed into some Commander decks. And I guess the Temple Garden might end up in a modern deck if I've got enough. I don't want to put one singular foil old border into the deck when I've only got, well, I've got foil old ones. We'll see. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Are you picking up Ravnica Remastered? Are you getting to draft it at your local store? That's something I really want to know. How many people are actually getting to draft a set that's supposedly been designed to be a good draft environment? Let me know in the comment section below. I've been Vince, also known as PleasantKenobi on the internet. Thanks to Wizards of the Coast for sponsoring this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Ta-ta for now.